Thank you for tuning in to the Shikama Live Show with your host, Shikama. I wanted to make a brief video because I'm actually in the middle of moving my house. So I'm playing hooky by making this video. But anyway, since you're not on Facebook, you just don't realize it. So make sure you hook up with me on Facebook. It's on my main channel here on YouTube. A direct link directly to my Facebook page. And you can follow me or friend me, whichever you like to do. Anyway, I wanted to talk about 100 black men, and I don't want to be really specific. I want to just give some sort of, I'm using them as an example for a larger purpose. You know, I'm picking out one tree in the forest of trees. I appreciate 100 black men of America. It's just that I do not agree with their tactics. I appreciate their end goal, but I don't think their tactics are correct. One of the biggest problems I have with them right off the bat is that they say that they are 100 black men to further and uplift black and minority, and that's where you need to stop. There is no Latino community organization that includes black people. They include Latinos only. Black people, you need to still go find Farrakhan somewhere. That's what they'll tell you. And they won't even bat an eyelash. Black people always do this. I don't understand it. I don't get it. What don't you get? Why are you doing this? Black women for black women and minority women. No, stop it. They can form their own groups, and they already have. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They've already formed their own groups. Stop reaching out your hand to somebody else who's not reaching out their hand. They don't want you. They'll use you. They'll use your group. That's my little rant about that. So first of all, you need to scratch that off of your website, off of your bylaws, off of your history, off of your about us. Cause I guarantee, I don't, why, you don't get it. What don't you get? What don't you get? La Raza doesn't say Negroes welcome. In fact, they say La Raza us only. They are very, very specific about that. And they don't bat an eyelash over it. So stop doing it, black people. Stop it. If you want to help black people, help black people. Stop feeling guilty. Most of us are the descendants of African slaves. We need to help our own. The lower dregs of our community are the lowest of the low. Near death, near insanity, going to jail left and right. We don't need to help anybody else. We need to help our own. There is nobody else in this United States that is in the same position as a poor black person. Have I made myself clear? Stop it. They'll use you and then wipe their hands of you. So stop it. If you want to help black people, help black people. Stop the cooning. Jesus Christ. Anyway, on to the bigger picture. They dedicate 75% of their resources to youth education. Their ultimate goal is to uplift the black community, right? They've been around since 1963. If your ultimate goal is to uplift the black community, why are you teaching third graders something? I think your resources are being spent in the wrong place. Let's go back to 1963. If you're teaching third graders in 1963, the black community is already dead. So really, you're writing off the black community. You're hoping to construct some future, brighter black community. And that's a very big stick that I have against you. Teaching third graders is cool for a Big Brother program. That's fantastic. But if your end goal is to uplift the black community and teach them financial literacy, the people you need to start with are the 18, 19, 20, 21, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The people who are just becoming an adult. They're just about to get married and have children. These are the people you need to concentrate on. This is the backbone of our community, not the third grader. What is the third grader? What kind of objective reasoning power and what kind of control over his life does a third grader have? Nothing. That's fantastic. You have this big brother attitude. That's fine. Oh, he doesn't have a father figure in his life. That's great. That's great. Why don't you start 100 black big brothers? That's fine. If your idea is truly to uplift the black community, start with the backbone. Those people who are right now about to start out their life as adults. Catch those people. Those are the people. The 40 years old might be a bit too late. Might be a bit, and I'm saying might. But a 20-year-old, definitely. 18, 19, 20, all the way to 25. That's the group that you need to catch. That's the group you need to catch. That's the group you need to say, hey, wait a minute. Let me tell you about life. You know, I'm 40 years old and I'm a lawyer. I'm 40 years old and I'm a dentist. I'm 40 years old and I'm a doctor. I'm 40 years old and I'm an engineer. Okay, let me sit down and learn something from you. Those are the people you need to, because that's the real backbone of the black community. If those young black men fail, the entire community is going to continuously fall. And no, and I'm not mincing my words. Not black females, because black females are not the backbone of the black community. I don't care how many NSNBC, CNN shows you watch who tell you that the black woman is the black woman is not the backbone of the black community. It is and always has been the black man. That's why there are attacks. They're not fools. Do you think these people are fools? They're attacking the black man. Why would they attack the black man if the black female is the backbone of the community? The black female is not the backbone of the community. If you don't understand this, go research some real statistics. Again, I'm not trying to attack 100 black men of America. I'm using them as an example. Any organization like this, concentrate on that young adult, that new adult, because that new adult can still go to college. You can say, hey, young black man, come here. Let me talk to you. Are you going to go to college? Yeah. What are you going to study? Social study? No. Come here, sit down. Let me tell you. Engineering, mathematics, science, the hard sciences. That's what we need in our community. We need you to come out of undergraduate making $75,000 a year, each and every one of you. And there is no shortage of making $50,000, $60,000, $75,000 a year coming straight out of college as an undergraduate if you have a hard science degree. There is no shortage of it. They're not going to run out of it. That's what we need in our communities. We don't need social studies. We don't need English majors. We need to grab these young black men and tell them hard sciences is what our community, we need engineers. We need somebody who knows how to actually build a house instead of going to somebody else to ask them to, oh, please come build my house. Oh, the entire community houses are falling apart. Can somebody help us? If we are going to be able to stand on our own 2 feet, we grab that young adult black man, young black man. That's who you grab. The third grader, that's some weird futuristic sort of things. And then so then in the meantime, while you're putting 75% of your resources to teaching the third grader, for 9 years, you are writing off just young black man, young black man, young black. I mean, just where's the community going? You know, in the, I believe, 70s and 80s, the Nation of Islam took it upon themselves to clean up certain black areas. They'd go into a black community. They would clean up. They'd kick out the drug dealers, remove the drugs from the community, and they'd clean out the community. And who did they target? They targeted young black men. Those young black adults. Those young black men. That's who they targeted. And they transformed whole city blocks by themselves. And they didn't have 30,000 Nation of Islam guys come in there with Uzis or nothing like that. It is all about the tactics. Like I said, I appreciate the organization 100 Black Men of America, Incorporated. I disagree with their tactics. And I'm using them as an example to all the other organizations that I have researched and read about. I don't belong to any of them. I'm starting my own organizations. My own organization trying to revamp. And the people that I'm going to target are the young adult or the 30-something-year-old. From 18 to 30-something. That's who I'm going to target. Because that's going to be the backbone of the black community. Not the black woman. Because if I do it right, the black woman won't have to work anymore, and the black woman can stay home and raise our children so that our children don't come out retarded. Nobody loved me. I used to go home by myself. Yeah, that weighs on a child. Everybody says, oh, children are so resilient. No, that is a very bad way to raise a child. Having a loving mother come pick you up from school, take you home, give you a snack, you do your homework, and then watch TV and then have dinner when dad comes home. That is a perfect family. That is a perfect upbringing. That's perfect. And people want to say, well, that's not how it is. That is how it is in the middle class, in the upper middle class, in the upper class. That's how it is. Yes, indeedly doodly, right today, 2014. And those children come out well adjusted. Do you want well adjusted black children or don't you? Put away all of that stuff that you hear on TV. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you how black people were raised from after slavery until the 60s. We were well adjusted. We had some financial problems, but that's because we were, targeted, and there was mass racism. The civil rights did do some good stuff. I don't give civil rights much credit, but the bad stuff they did outweighed the good stuff that they did do. Yes, you could possibly go to some bank somewhere and get a mortgage. The bad side of that is they're probably going to take you for all you're worth. It's better to have a black bank that is looking out for the interest of the community and is invested in the community. All of my videos are talking about investing back into the black community. If your idea is to have black people be able to stand up on their own 2 feet, to have their own self-respect, listening to me is going to get you there. I said again, I appreciate 100 Black Men of America. I just think their tactics are dead wrong. Thanks for watching the